Welcome to the Japan Game Junk podcast. I'm so happy and thankful that you're here. And hello, welcome back to Japan Game Junk's podcast. Today, I want to go over a little bit of stuff I found in the store. I've talked about it before, I believe, but it's a fairly decent place, although it's kind of dropped a bit in size and selection since first time I went. And this is a Surugaya store located in a bookstore in Tokyo. This is one that I always thought was in Toyosu, that part of Tokyo, but actually it's in Koto in a Sunano shopping center. So, anyway, it's a fine place. Previously there I found a boxed Casio Loopy for less than 4,000 yen. I found a few MSX games there that were fairly cheap. And with that, let's go ahead and go through with things that I found here on the 25th of May, 2025, 5/25/25, or perhaps 25/5/25, depending on where you're from. And yeah, I wanted to mention some of the retro finds at this location. First, they had quite a few My cards for the I always get this wrong, SG-1000, SC-1000? SG-1000/SC-3000 computer, I believe. But the, the card games that either require play in a Mark III or we're using the card catcher adapter for your older system. Anyway, they had quite a number there for 2,000 yen each, card only. Not just sports games, but also a few action games as well. Unfortunately, they're the most common ones. I have all of them already, but it's kind of a good price these days for the non-sports card games by Sega for 2,000 yen. Next, a boxed MSX game for only 1,000 yen, but it is a typical sports game. This is a Howl's Hole-in-One Golf, which I already have on cartridge only. I thought about getting it for 1,000 yen just to have the actual, box and manual, but yeah, I couldn't see myself wanting to own 2 copies of this certain game. Also, they had for 6,000 yen, this is crazy, the Wii to HDMI adapter, where you plug it into your Wii to allow you to play games over the HDMI cable. And this is an adapter you can get for less than 1,000 yen off AliExpress. It's the same cheap Chinese no-brand thing. And it was being sold here in the showcase for 6,000 yen. What? That's crazy. Anyway. So, also in the showcase, they had, for 4,500 yen, the boxed big window for your Game Gear Mini micro things. I've made a video on that. It does help out quite a bit, actually. And for 9,000 yen, they had this weird off-brand AC adapter for your WonderSwan. So you can plug in your WonderSwan and play it. I can't imagine how many batteries you'd have to go through. So the WonderSwan, the original WonderSwan or the color one, either one, they run for a long time on a single AA battery, which you can get 5 for 100 yen at the 100 yen store. So this is 9,000 yen, right? So you would need to have 9,000 times 5. You would have to play through your WonderSwan on battery 45,000 times to have the same gameplay without having to change the battery. But still, you're paying for the electricity too, right? From the wall. So easily, this is over 50,000 times you'd have to play with the inconvenience of the AC adapter to, not have to play, to save money, I guess, is not buying batteries. But that being said, also, you can get the WonderSwan rechargeable battery packs as well. Surely they've all died by now. I have 3 of them and they don't work, but just the idea of it, just get a rechargeable AA if you really want to have, long play use out of it. But for a collecting item, then yes, whatever. For 13,600 yen, it was a PSP 3000 blue. It's kind of pricey, you know. It's getting up to basically where it was when it was originally released, as far as costs go. That's it's kind of sad how PSPs are getting more expensive. And also more expensive for 20,000 yen, the Nintendo 3DS LL, that's XL in other countries, Monster Hunter 4 edition, or Monster Hunter 3D? I forgot which one, but it was the Monster Hunter game for 3DS, one of them. Oh, Monster Hunter 4, that's right. So, this is the 3DS XL that I have, the LL that I have. I got it way back when for 10,000 yen used. And now it's twice the amount here. And it says even though it has 20,000 yen on the cost, it has some scratches on the unit. And the box has quite a bit of damage. So, anyway, if you really want to have that certain version, then maybe it's better if I swap with you for something else. Still, even though they're getting more and more expensive, the used PS5 scene is not too expensive, and a boxed complete original PS5 is being sold for 51,000 yen. For a boxed complete one, that's kind of how the price is going these days, although you can find them cheaper if you need. Not cheap to me is a DOS game. For your DOS PC from... sorry about that. From Interplay, Stonekeep on CD-ROM for MS-DOS. 12,000 yen boxed, wow. And I remember this game from when I was a young lad in the US, and it had a nice holographic front. You know, a really, really fancy box. Here it's kind of the art is nice, but just a regular color box. For 4,200 yen, Cotton Reboot for PS4. Or you could get, with little toys included, Cotton Rock and Roll for PS4. Both of the 4,200 yen for the big collector's edition of Reboot, and 5,200 yen for the collector's edition of Rock and Roll. For 3,500 yen, you could get the Goat in a Box version of Goat Simulator 3 for PS5. It's the game plus a goat toy in a box. Hooray. And there were some other things that were noteworthy there. Kind of a camouflage color Xbox controller, which was, you know, one of the older ones before it had the capture button on it. And that one was 4,000 yen. And lots of little things, trinkets and such, controllers and such. All for about the lower end of the normal price for what you get in Surugaya. So definitely worth visiting this place. If nothing else, then it's just a bit of a shopping mall in the middle of Koto ward of Tokyo. And you can go there and go shopping and enjoy many things, and at the same time see a Surugaya store and buy some games. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Remember that you are a wonderful person, and I care more about you than anyone else cares about you. I am your savior. Goodbye.